Okay, so I just wanted to show you, I have added a few things to my goodie box. I've got some washi tape. This is like a man's suit. And then I think these are some Tim Holtz ones. This is like advertisement. And then I have, love this one. And then this one is like wheels and cogs and things like that. So I've added those. Oh, and of course I had to have the mustache. Don't know if I'll actually use all of those, but I have them. And then, thank you, Leslie. I have this. It's kind of a map washi tape. And this was sent to me. Love it. Okay. I have these two threads. I am going to do some sewing on this. I just keep looking at it saying I really do need to do some sewing. So I believe I'm going to use this. It's slightly thinner. And so those of you who don't want to, you can just skip that part. But yeah, it is going to require, for me anyway, because I'm selling them, it needs to be sewn. I just pulled this out as some possible trim that I could use. It's got little squares of different colors in it. I had some little black cording, very, very thin. I pulled this out, very manly, very manly. I have just a little piece of this, and I thought, well, we'll put that in there. Let's see, I did find my brads that I was looking for. I just had this laying on my desk, so a little black piece of seam binding, a little black piece of satin. I had this on my desk. It's silver and white, but okay. And then I also, and you'll get to see these later on, but I pulled out some paper ephemera that I had, some buttons, just a key and a little bit. So you'll see all these later on because I'm not going to be working on these for a while. And I had some of this sitting on my desk, so I put that in there. It's just some brown grosgrain ribbon. And I just can't remember if I had showed you that or not. That is ombre brown ribbon trim. I don't know which one you might call that one, but okay. So those are all the things I think that I have added. I do have my Stampin' Up! Paper Piercing Pack Essentials. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this back under here. Put this over here. I had to straighten my desk out. It was overwhelming, and for me that's huge. When I say it's overwhelming, you better believe it was pretty bad. Because I can go with a lot of it, man. Just let her flow because I know where everything is. And yeah, that one was huge. Okay, so I think since I'm going to be doing so much inking on this one, I am going to get myself a new pad. A new pad. Wow. Because this one's about gone anyway. And I keep toying with the idea of doing walnut stain versus vintage photo. But I just don't know. And when I start doing that, I will make that. And I'll bring you guys along for that ride. Because I'm just not sure which way I'm going to like it. And I might actually end up using both. I know some of you who don't like inking go, oh, no, don't do both. That's so much extra work. But listen, if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, so what I am going to do right now is I am going to sew inside my 1/2 inch gussets and do one strip right behind, right into the part that's actually glued down. So it will help maintain that, that spot. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. I have just enough room that I'll be able to get, I won't be able to use this, but I might make myself a template, and I think that's the only way that that is going to work, because on this one, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do both sides. So it just makes it just a teeny bit more difficult, but doable. And it'll be so worth it, because then you will have that peace of mind, and you won't be worried about anything possibly popping up. So that is what I'm going to do next. And I suppose I can just start by making myself, well, let's see. Let's see what I have here. What is this? The length? Just about, but it not quite. Everything is long ways, not short ways. That's the same. Okay, so let's No, let's see. I think I have this one that I can fiddle around with. Oh, that's some of my, you know, that might be cute in this album too. I've got some 3M copper tape. It's actually copper on a very thin, and you can die cut it and everything, emboss it. Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, so I think I'm going to cut a piece off of this. I'm going to get rid of this, and then I'm going to cut a piece off, and I'm going to make it the same height as this, and then I'm going to make my template on it. I never did put my papers away that I used. Okay, that is going to have to get cleaned out as well. I do have my little basket started. All my little brown papers in here, and little, this was from that yellows and blues that I never used, but I think I'm going to leave it in here because I think that's something that might look cute. Look manly, not cute. We don't want cute here. No cute. Okay, so there is that funky little edge off, and then I don't really know how big I need it. Okay, and then we're going to make it, let's see, let's put it here. I'm going to make it the same length as this puppy. Now I can put this away. All right. Okay, so I think the one I'll use is the first one yeah, this one here. You know, when I bought this, I thought, oh, how cool, and I don't think I ever used it. Maybe once, but I can't remember what I did. I think it was this this kind of funky one here. I think I did that once, and that was it. No more. Didn't try it out anymore. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull my stamping mat out so that I can poke. Now I am going to pretty much do this right on the edge of the paper. Let's see. where can I line things up? Okay, so I've lined these lines up so that I can get this on the edge of the paper, because I know on that one I am going to have to be able to just barely get something in there. Now, let me also line up where I want this to start. Okay. So I have it lined up with the end of the lines here and then the third line in here. And then I'm going to do, what do I have on there? Huh. Okay, and then I think I'm going to do every other, which is what I did before. Apparently, this is the holes I didn't use on my last one, because that loud sound you're hearing is me popping through the plastic. And you just want to make sure it doesn't move, because I am like pretty darn close to the edge of the paper, and I don't want to lose the hole. So okay, now I'm going to move up and I line up the hole. Oh, and I did let it move a little bit. Bad girl. Yes, I see that now. Okay, so let's go. Now, if you don't have one of these and you're interested in doing this, use your ruler. Just lay your ruler down along the side of a paper. You know, this is file folder, so it's a little thicker than just a piece of cardstock or something. So that's why I chose to go ahead and use this. And then just go by your ruler. And I believe I'm doing this every 1/8 of an inch. And that'll give me a nice looking stitch. Good support. I moved again. There we go. Good support for the book and the pages. And I just think all around a good look. And you know, honestly guys, it does not take as long as you would think, especially when you get the holes punched. Okay, and then I think I want one more hole, so I just moved it down one. There we go. Okay, so there's my holes. There you can see them, just right there on the end of the paper. Okay, and then all we're going to do, go ahead and stick this back in here. I'm so glad I have these now. I've used this, for twice now in the last, I don't know how long, a month and a half or so. Okay, so we're going to come over here, and I want to line this up right on the end, right just past the end of the file folder. So I don't know if I can see in just a smidge more. There, that feels good. Okay, line it up back where I had it. All right, so I want to make sure that I'm getting through my book. But as long as I'm making a nice mark in the material where I can find it once I remove the template. And I'm not going to make you guys watch all of this. If I knew how to fast forward, I just don't think I have that on anything that I own that will allow me to fast forward. And I'm not willing to buy another. Oh, I missed a hole right there. So I'm just making my own. This maybe needs to come. I think I started skipping. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I think I started skipping holes like I was doing the other one. So now, let's see. Oh, wow. I cannot see these at all. Yeah, I can see that one. And that one. And that one. All right, Ooch. Yeah, I did. I started skipping holes. Okay. I don't know why I would have done that. So let me go back through these. And I think my dog has to go out because he is scratching at my door. And my husband's sleeping, so I've been trying to be quiet. But, okay, so you guys get the idea. And then all I'm going to do is start at the top or the bottom from the outside so I can hide my threads and just sew it. I'm not going to worry about coming back through. I'm just going to sew it. And, but I think before I do that, I think I'm going to put part of my spine, my outside spine, I'm going to cover it in faux leather. And I think I'm going to put that on because I'm thinking I'm probably going to do something like a black bead. I think that will add a lot of coolness, but I got to look and see what I got. So anyway, you guys saw what I was doing here. You can get that done on both sides of the centerpiece. And then if you want to do it twice on these, you can, but I'm just going to do it right at the edge. So you will have 4 on the outside. If you don't want to do beads, you don't have to worry about covering your spine yet. You can just start sewing. If you're not going to sew, just watch and have fun with us, or scoot on down until we move to the next project, next part of the project. All right, guys, love you much. I'll be back in a few. Well, now I have done some of the sewing. The outside one, it got a nice measured out stitch. The inside ones, because I didn't do this before I put these on. If I would have done it before I put these on, I would have done the same tight stitch. But it is very hard to get my hole punch down through here. It'll be a little easier on this side, but I decided that I was just going to kind of do a larger stitch. And as a little funky fun thing, I've got the stitches. I've got the stitches coming over the edge. I don't know if you can see that, but the stitches on both sides are coming over the edge on the top and the bottom. So just another little touch there for you know, a nice different look. So I do have still this side to do, and then this back one. Now this back one I'll do just like the front one, and I'll use my little template, and I will punch the holes down and make nice stitching. But again, it's the way this these two inserts are, it's really difficult to get that spacing down in there, and so I'm just going to do the large stitches. You can see here I just did some large stitches. Okay, all right, but I thought I would bring you along because I am, let's see, I got to get this top. Yeah, this is the front. I thought I would bring you along. I want to take my Stamperia pad. Now I know this first one is front cover, so can't use that. Can't use the front or the back, so don't even look at it. Don't go, oh, but how pretty. Sorry. Now you will get part of it. You know, you will get a little sliver over here, but this piece is taken. So, almost every page is like a signature page, you know. That's the hard part about Stamperia stuff is almost every page is a signature page. Like this is absolutely gorgeous. Now I know I want to do something around this. And I don't know, to me it's screaming, let's do a big pocket. And so I think that this is definitely maybe a possibility for the inside front cover, and it will be a huge pocket. So we will see. We will see how that works out. But anyway, so I think that one is the inside front cover. Let's see, where are some sticky notes? Because I know I will forget all of this. Probably almost immediately after I turn the page. I am thinking maybe some of you might know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to go inside front. Now, you know, this is not set in stone. And this is going to be a big pocket page. All right, so there's that one. Then let's see what's next. And I know I want to do something with the houses. So let's see. This one might be a good one for this. I'm just looking through the rest of the book here. And that's it. Holy Hannah, there's just not a whole lot to choose from. Well, now this one's got, maybe this one would be a good one for first page. The top of the first page. Whatever I end up building on these pages, these are the things that I want on the top. So they're going to be the things that I don't think people will be interested in putting pictures on. So I will have to, you know, do something. But this is page 1. And then I'm going to flip. So this is page 2. So I'm not counting these. These are just inside. And these are mostly going to be picture mats, you know, picture collage with picture mats and some decorative papers and some solids and things like that. So all of the insides are going to basically be flat. The outside pieces on both sides will be nicely built up. I'm not going to do a bunch of pockets and a bunch of flips and flaps. There will be some. But for a man, I think they just like, you know, they don't want to open this and open that. Not all of them. And I don't mean to, but the men in my life, they would much rather just flip pages. So that's what I have to go by. Okay, so this one, let's see, there's page 1. What's on the back of this one? And when I use, I'm going to pull this one out. Don't you rip on me. If I use this one, yeah, so I think, because I want to fussy cut him out, I do believe, and put him somewhere. So, but I think this would be a good page 2 without him. So I keep moving these. Put them right there. Okay, page 2 without man. Okay, so I'm just going to slide that in the front. All right, so we've got that page and that page. Now we have this one. And what is the back? Oh, shoot. Oh, well. So we've got this on this side. So I guess I can leave this out just so we can see what we're going to have across from it. I wonder if that angel would be good across from it. So this side, although this is short. So, let's see. There's just not a whole lot to choose from. Not a whole lot to choose from. So we've got, I might do something like this over here. I think that will work just fine over here. I'm just going to step that right there. Now, on this longer one, I'm thinking maybe I will do the angel. Where'd I put him? Is he back one? Here he is. Okay. So then this will be, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, page 4. All right. And I plan on doing something with some of these feathers. I might make a copy of this and cut out some of those feathers, or I could just fussy cut him out. And then cut out a feather. Yeah, I could totally do that. Because I'm thinking I want to do some on his feathers. You know, they've already started it. But I want to bring back the materials that I'm working with. So I think even these larger ones, you know, I might cover with some of my material. And, you know, possibly some of this larger space here. Yeah. But anyway, so there's page 4. And then once you flip through all of these, we're going to look for page 5. And I think maybe this might work very nicely. I don't want brown because there's so much brown, but this has enough brown in it. And then let's see, but this is a short piece. But that's okay though. And then I just need 3 more. Okay, so this will be page 5. Alrighty. And so now we're on the back, although I could do this page 5. Let's do that. Let's do this page 5 and do this one. That'd be right there, page 6. And then what would I put on 7? What do I have left? Oh, I could put the houses, and this is a longer one. Or I can use the houses on the back cover. That's kind of what I was thinking about for this one. I'm going to put this in on the, and probably make a big pocket out of it. You know, keeping it simple, but yet really beefing this up somehow. So inside, back cover. When I only have a few sheets of the designer papers, this is what I do. I kind of plan the book around the sheets that I have. So this is the cover. These are just cutouts. So, and you know, you have these little tidbits that you can use. So this is the cover. Inside back cover, inside front cover, page 4. These are cutouts. I have this one available. There's page 1, page 5. Those are cutouts. Or I have this piece, and these are cutouts. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, so I have this page left. And that is it. Except for that. And I need 1, 2, I need 3 more. Okay. So I think I'm going to make this page 7. And I will use something here, because I do have these. So let's see what I have. I know that's just a cutout. And then there's that. This one. So if that's over there and this is over here, that's pretty nice. Okay, so this is page 6. Or I could do this one. Oh, let's just do this one. Okay. So I'm going to leave this one's spoken for, so I'm going to leave this in here. And then I believe everything is accounted for. I'm going to go through it one more time, guys. I know. Cover. Inside back cover. Inside front cover. Page 4. Cut aparts. Page 6. Page 7. Page 1. Page 5. Yeah, and none of these. So I've got this one and this one taken care of. I just need what I'm going to do back here. And the inside back cover is the second page. Yeah. So this is the inside back cover. So I have And then I have this one. Well, it's a kind of a wall and stuff. This one will probably work just fine for page 8. Yeah. We'll see. I think I will be using more of the darker portion than this really bright white stuff, because I think that takes away from this, because that's where your eye goes. But if I use this darker section, however I end up using it, but that's so okay. I think I've got all the pages covered, and I've got all of these pages covered, which leaves me, just so you know, let's see here. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Oh, my grandmother's pincushion. Boy, is this baby old. I remember this when I was a wee little kid, and I own it now. Okay. Oops. Okay. So let me show you then what I have still to go. I have 2.5 pages of the shiny brown cardstock. And then I have, now these are the old Stampin' Up! Men's. I love this stripe, but I'm already using it on one of the pages, but love the stripe. And then I've got this one, and this is the back. And then I've got the polka dots, and this is the back. And then this is just brown. It's, oh, I have another one of those. So I have 3.5 of the sparkly brown. That's wonderful. And then that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it's the brown and light brown stripe on the back. 7. It's got the flowers, but it's got this, which is what I was thinking I would use. So that's 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this one is 9. Okay. So I think we are going to just be doing wonderful. Thank goodness that I found so many sheets that go with it. Plus, don't forget, I've got those 2 6x6 pads. So yes, we're going to be doing Peachy Keen. Peachy Keen. Okay, so I just wanted to run through that before I really went any farther. I better put page 3 on this one, or I will use it. I do have 2 more, but page 3. Okay, put this back in the book. So now we are good to go. And I kind of got my pages realized, and I know that I've got enough to do the book. So that now I feel a lot better about it. But I just thought I'd bring you guys along for that. And I'm going to finish the sewing, and then I'll be back. Shall we start with page 1, guys? Woo! All right. I am so excited. Yeah, so I took a file folder. This is the 11.5 by 14 or whatever, the larger legal size envelopes. Anyway, so I cut it down so that it would fit on here, and it's going to leave a gap, but that's fine because I'm either going to use like something like this that's going to cover that gap up or something. Okay, so I'm not worried about this yet. And I believe I'm just going to, and I also thought, I think I want to round all these corners. Round them, or let's see, what else can I do? I've got photo corners, angle or photo. I've got stub or deco. And then I've got round. Do I want to do something maybe just a little titch more decorative? Let me remind myself what this one does. Let's see. So this leaves a photo corner. Can you see that? That's the photo corner. And this one angles it. Just an angle. I think I'm going to do the angle. All right. So which one is, yeah, this one. I think I'm going to do an angle. Let me go ahead and do both of these at the same time. That's the beauty of this. Now, if you guys, you can just make yourself a triangle and cut it and use that as your template for everything you do, and then just use your pencil and then scissors. Or you can round it if you would prefer rounding. You know, whatever is going to work for you, my loves. Whatever is going to work for you. I think this is just enough different, but it's not decorative. That I think I like that. Okay, so now I am going to line this up all the way to the edge of this top sheet. I'm not going to leave anything, and I made this the exact same size, top and bottom, as this sheet. Okay, so that will leave us getting right to, but not on top of. If you did do the material and you need to maybe cut this down a smidge to not get on top of the material, then do that. If it's a good fit, then, you know, go with it. I'm just trying to make sure. Yeah, there's just one little piece there that didn't get cut straight, and that's a bummer. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So let's get started here. I'll go ahead and use this Barely Art glue. See if I can. I got a goober on there. A goober. There we go. Okay. And this is, these file folders are good cardstock, you know, so if you ever come across a stack of file folders at a garage sale or something like that, just scoop them up. Because they are quite handy to have. Very versatile. They're almost good enough. And if you get the heavy duty ones, those are good enough for lightweight chipboard. So, not medium weight, but lightweight chipboard. Alright, so I'm just going to match up the sides all the way down. Match up across. That moved. This glue just does not always like to grab. I do not know that It seems to do great paper to paper, but if it's different, I don't know. And once it does grab, it stays down. Sometimes it just doesn't grab as quickly as the art glitter glue. And I know I keep telling you guys, giving you little things on that glue, but you know, if you are hunting a glue. And I did see this Barely Art, I believe, on Amazon, and it was cheaper than what I bought it, but I don't think they had it when I was hunting for it. I don't think Amazon had it, but they do now, or it's restocked, whichever way that's going to work. Okay, so now this is a pretty sturdy page, and you know, men, they don't want anything flimsy. Okay, so now I'm going to get my page 1 out, which I think is right here. And let's figure out what we're gonna do from here. Okay, get everything back in their place. Now what happened here? Why are you doing this? Because I've got you on that way. And you put you that way. Alrighty then. Now you'll fit in there, by golly, without damaging anything. Okay. So, and I have, these are my other cardstocks. Just looking to remind myself of what I've got that I might like with this. Actually, yeah, I think that stripe will look good with that. Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie. So, we're going to do, I believe, and I like, because on this inside front cover is going to be that train with the big teapot floating by. So, kind of an air balloon thingy. So I thought I would like to incorporate these onto this piece. Yes. And then remember, the insides of these are going to be photo mats, and the insides of these are going to be photo mats. Okay, so give me a sec to figure out what I'm going to do. I'll be right back. Okay, so the first thing I did was I made a little template. This is just a 1/2-inch piece of chipboard that I had left over, and I don't throw any of it away. So this is coming in quite handy for doing this. What I want to do is, before I really start getting going on this page, is I want to have, and I see that I didn't get one of them in the center quite very well, but I want to have the ability, and I think maybe, let's see, let me get my board. Probably would have been way better to do this before I put them on here, but I didn't know that I wanted to do it until then, but you know, until now. So that's not going to work. So where do I have, well, I have this. So I don't want to poke. See, is that going to work? It's going to have to go here. Yeah. Okay. Where's my thing? Here it is. Okay. So I am going to lay this across here. And I'm going to poke my holes. And what I'm doing is going to put some brads in them. Yes, it will secure the page better, but I'm doing it for aesthetics. I'm doing it because I want it. Oh, okay. Dang it. Forgot to move my board. And I poked a hole in it. I poked it in a hole. Okay, so let's try this again. Line myself up. There. There. And then move this down one more. And there. All right. And I kind of see them. I kind of see them. So there's the first one. And I probably would have liked it with a few more. But because I'm going to do this on every page, I needed to kind of keep it where I wasn't going to run out of brads. Because I know I will want to use brads on something else. So, I'm just going to stick this through. And I want it to go vertically. And there we go. And then that will get covered with paper when I do that. So now let me bring, where'd I put yep, there it is. Let me see where my next hole is. Because I'm not seeing it. This material, I think this is it. Yes. Just make sure you're not going to damage anything. Like I said, it would be way easier to get this done if you want to do this before you get them glued. Well, I guess you really can't. But once you get them glued onto the material, before you glue them into the book, you'll have a lot better result, I think, doing it at that time. And I think I actually need to have this here so that I can really push this down nice and flat. Let me do that here as well. Oh yeah. There we go. Much is better. And then the center one, I think I see that one. But I think it needs a little bit more. Where'd it go? There we go. Move this here. See, now some people would think, oh, this part is so boring, but this is the stuff that makes the albums. This little eyes for detail. This is the stuff that you should be doing on your albums to make them, set apart from everybody else's, and to make them, I don't know, just like perfect as you can. And yeah, it's time consuming and all that good stuff. But again, you want to make these albums as pretty as you can. You want to enjoy them. Poke that all the way through. You want the recipient or the person, the person that you're giving it to or the person that's buying it from you to ooh and ah over it. And I mean, I love when they say, oh my gosh, every time I go through it, I find something new. That is when I hear that, it's like, okay, so I did a good job. I didn't, you don't want to make it so busy that it's kooky crazy, but you do want to. So now I don't know, but there are the brads and they look pretty good. I chose to do the brown. I could have done like a black or something, but everything in this is going to be brown. So, and then this, I am simply going to cut it and put it on here. And I do want these in, so I'm going to use that as my top. Okay. And I think I'm also going to antique the, and let me bring this down here. I'm going to antique the file folders. And I'll show you doing the first one what I'm going to do. And then I'll just get them done. I mean, that's kind of boring too. I might have to refill my vintage photo. And actually, we can do this all at one time because I'm getting the tops. So that you can hold both pieces. And then I just want them to be a nicer, darker brown. I think I'm going to refill this first, guys, because I'm working way too hard. So I'll be back in a second.